It's a good entry point to say hello, Nigeria. Good afternoon to you wherever you may be. Welcome. Welcome one, welcome all. The stakes are higher, the pressure heavier, and the road to glory is now narrowing. This is day 4 of I Beg to Differ, the Tournament of Champions, the national finals. From north to south, east to west, they have come. Young minds forged in the fire of competition, ready to prove that champions don't just win, they endure.
And here in this arena, endurance means more than stamina. It means thinking faster, speaking sharper, and standing taller, no matter the challenge. As Maya Angelou said, we may encounter many defeats, but we must not be defeated. Today, these debaters will show us what it means to rise after every fall.
Every clash today is more than words. It's strategy against strategy, mind against mind, willpower against willpower. Every sentence can lift you to the crown or cost you the match. And as always, Nigeria is listening.
And for those just joining us, this is not an ordinary contest. Every champion here has already conquered their own bracket. Now, only the strongest arguments and the boldest minds will make it through to the next stage.
Before the debates begin, let me say a fine thank you and welcome to our judges, starting with Dr. Akinwande, head of the Department for Mass Communication and Strategic Communication Programs at the School of Media and Communication, Pan Atlantic University. I bid you welcome, George Mbadiche, who is also the Chief Judge for the national finals. Also, as George Ufoma Egbamuno is the News Manager, Nigeria Info, Cool FM, Wazobia FM, and Kids FM. Sir Dr. Ikechi Wogu, Education Consultant, and he's served as Chief Judge of the Port Harcourt Regional Finals. He also joins us. Thank you very much. I would also want to thank, as part of our panel of judges, George Majid Dahiru, who himself is a social voice of conscience and, of course, has also served as Chief Judge of our Abuja regional competition. Finally, special welcome to my colleague and a partner, Yvonne Ohaifo, broadcast journalist, newscaster, program presenter, Nigeria Info, Kids FM, who's our diction coach and judge.
All right, and to the partners making this vision possible, we say thank you to Obiwizi, powering the dreams with authentic gadgets from laptops to mobile phones, durable power banks, tablets, Bluetooth speakers, and more. To Massey Children's Hospital, we thank you for protecting the health of our young ones. To Diamonds and Pearls Travels Limited, thank you for giving flight to ambition. And to Ejanla Foods, thank you for feeding not just the bodies but the minds and spirits of our debaters. And finally, to Chrisland Schools, our gracious host, for opening your gates to the brilliance of Nigeria's young people.
No doubt, day 4 has arrived. It's the last day of the first round of these debate battles. The competition is fierce, the champions are ready, and the question remains, who will advance and who will be left behind? I'm Femi Obong-Daniels.
And I'm Maryann Okon.
Together, we will take you through this final day of round of 16 contests. Let's go straight to unveiling our contestants. Starting by telling you this first contest sees two 15-year-olds go head to head. From Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt, comes an SS2 student, chaperoned on the day by her mother, Mrs. Ifoma Tayo Akinwande. Lagos, make welcome as warmly as you can afford for the brilliant Tayo Akinwande Marvellous. Welcome, Marvellous. How are you?
I'm fine, sir.
Tell Lagos how you had finished in Port Harcourt. You were first runner-up. Brilliant. And here you have an opportunity to go on better. Welcome to Lagos.
Thank you, sir.
First visit?
Yes, sir.
Ever?
No, not ever.
Okay. Welcome. Her opponent, also 15. An SS3 student of United Senior High School, Lagos. She was the second runner-up, third place finisher at the second Lagos Regional Finals in May. Lagos. Please welcome once again Chalokwu Naomi. Welcome, Naomi. How are you? Are you ready for this debate? We might as well get straight to it, Maryann.
Yes, of course. Ladies, before we begin, we'd like to let you know that you have 4 minutes, your opening round, your rebuttals, but of course, your closing arguments, you'd have 3 minutes each. Please do not forget to make the best of your time. And when the bell goes, make sure that you land on your point. But first, we have a ritual. You have to pick sides on which you will debate from.
Yeah, after which we will know what the debate topic is. I have 2 pieces of paper. You were told to prepare for both sides. So one of these pieces of paper will determine whether you oppose or you support. The other person gets the other one. Naomi, you are closest to me. 2 pieces of paper. Just stretch your hand and take one. You can't see what's in it. All right. The other one goes to Marvellous. So please let us know how you have picked. Who's supporting?
I'm supporting.
So Naomi is supporting the motion. Marvellous is opposing the motion. And now we find out what the motion is. Maryann?
Well, the motion is begging should be criminalized in Nigerian cities. Should it or should it not?
Well, Naomi will make a case for why it should be criminalized. And Marvellous will make a case in the other direction. What do your friends call you more? Marvellous or Tayo?
Tayo.
Tayo. So Tayo it will be then. So Naomi and Tayo. Get ready. We'll take a very brief break. When we come back, the debate begins.
If you are hungry for Nigerian flavor, step into Janla Foods, where every bite tastes like home. From fresh sizzling seafood to hearty soup, from smoky jollof rice to mouth-watering swallow and sides, we serve it fresh, we serve it local, and we serve it delicious. We are cooking for you every day at number 45B Suez Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4 in Abuja, and at number 37 Body Thomas Street, opposite Access Bank in Lagos, and of course at number 40 Fola Oshibo Road, Lekki Phase 1. Follow the taste on Instagram at ejanla.ng. That is at ejanla.ng. Ejanla Foods, your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back. We are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube, Nigeria Info. Just search for Nigeria Info. You can follow the live stream. We are broadcasting both on Nigeria Info and Kids FM. You can follow this debate in Lagos, in Abuja, and of course in Port Harcourt, or anywhere else in the country and on the planet, especially if you have the mobile app for Nigeria Info and or Kids FM on your device. If not, you can follow on social media, search for Nigeria Info on YouTube and Facebook. There is a poll where you get to share your opinions and your comments. As we go, we will be able to take some of those comments. You could also follow live on the station's website. That's nigeriainfo.fm and kidsfm.ng. It is now time for the first of two debates today. This is debate number 7, the penultimate debate of the first round.
All right, Naomi, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Your 4 minutes starts now.
Imagine walking through the bustling streets of Lagos or Abuja, only to be greeted by persistent beggars at every corner, some with children and others with visible disabilities. While compassion is vital, should we allow this become a norm that compromises urban safety and order? The answer is no. We live in a country governed by law, order, and dignity. Every individual deserves the opportunity to live meaningfully and contribute productively to national development. Unfortunately, begging has become a widespread problem that undermines the growth and image of our country, Nigeria. With this, I second Mr. Chairman, worthy adjudicators, dear moderators, fellow debaters, and distinguished audience. My name is Chalokwu Naomi from United Senior High School, and I sit here to strongly support the motion which states begging should be criminalized in Nigerian cities. First and foremost, the Lagos State Law on Street Begging. In Lagos, the Street Begging and Hawking Prohibition Law of 2003 criminalizes begging. Offenders can be fined or jailed. The Lagos State Environmental Sanitation Law empowers authorities to remove beggars from streets. Secondly, organized syndicate. In 2021, the Kano State Isba Board uncovered a syndicate that have exploited children and people with disabilities by forcing them to beg and then collecting the proceeds. Begging mafias have been reported in major cities like Lagos and Abuja, where beggars are often trafficked, abused, and used to make money for others. Thirdly, global precedent. United Arab Emirates. Begging is illegal under Article 475 of the UAE Penal Code. Offenders face fines up to 5,000 AED and imprisonment. This law has helped maintain a clean, secure, and orderly public space. If this can happen in the UAE, then it is achievable in Nigeria, where the government is determined in ending street begging. Criminalizing the menace will be the best option. Also, begging endangers public health and environmental sanitation. Street begging contributes significantly to poor public hygiene and the spread of disease. Beggars defecate in open places, generate waste, and live in conditions conducive to the outbreak of disease, such as skin infection, cholera, and the likes. The COVID-19 pandemic clearly highlighted how such vulnerable clusters pose a health disaster. Criminalizing begging will compel the government to relocate and care for beggars. Next, begging encourages laziness and dependency. In Nigeria today, many physically fit and mentally sound individuals resort to begging as a shortcut to survival. The singular fact that society sees begging as permissible, normal, and ideal, people have inculcated the spirit of laziness through begging. Hence, begging should be criminalized so individuals can seek other productive avenues like vocational training and the likes. This will also help reorient our social values to reward effort, not pity. Moving forward, it debases the international image of our country, Nigeria. In the Committee of Nations, the reputation of our country, Nigeria, stands diminished owing to the fact that street beggars are scattered in all the nooks and crannies of Nigerian cities. Developed and developing countries don't take Nigeria serious because of this ugly societal menace. Furthermore, negative impact on tourism and investors. Begging can deter tourists and investors, negatively impacting the local economy and reputation. According to the World Bank, Nigeria lost $10 billion in potential tourism revenue in year 2020 due to security concerns and some other issues, including begging. Also, urban planning and development. Criminalizing begging could be part of a broader strategy to improve urban planning and development, making cities more livable and attractive. Cities like Dubai and Singapore have implemented strict laws to regulate begging and maintain public order. Also, criminalizing begging can help reduce crime. Begging can be linked to other forms of crime like theft and robbery. Begging can be used as a cover to perpetrate other criminal activities like human trafficking and ritualism. Finally, enhancing human dignity. Criminalizing begging can help enhance human dignity by providing alternative support systems for vulnerable individuals. Begging can be dehumanizing and degrading for those involved. By providing alternative support systems, we can help enhance human dignity and promote the well-being of citizens. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much.
Right on time.
Yeah.
Well done. That's 15-year-old Naomi Chalokwu. She's an SS3 student of United Senior High School, Lagos. Time now to hear her opponent, Tayo Akinwande, Marvellous, also 15, representing Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt.
Taya, are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Your 4 minutes starts now.
Begging should be criminalized in Nigerian cities. That is absurd. Good evening, honorable adjudicators, moderator, my co-debater, and listeners everywhere. I'm Tayo Akinwande Marvellous, a student of the prestigious Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt, and I stand strongly with the opposition side of the argument, which says that begging should be criminalized in Nigerian cities. Foremost, begging isn't robbery. They are not armed. They are simply asking nicely for your help, and it's in your case, is in your shoes now to help them or not. Also, do you know that 20% of Nigeria's population lives in extreme poverty? That's 40 million people. When you've got no home, no food, no tangible source of income, and kids crying constantly from hunger, begging isn't laziness, it's survival. Criminalizing begging would mean targeting the weakest. Haven't you observed that majority of the begging population are women, children, and the disabled? Section 34 of Nigeria's constitution guarantees dignity of human persons. There's no dignity in handcuffing an orphan for begging. There's no justice in yanking a layman off his wheelchair and putting him behind bars for asking for help. Amnesty International warns that laws that criminalize poverty violate human dignity. So why criminalize poverty? Why criminalize begging? Let's also consider community solidarity. To some Nigerians, giving people 20 naira or giving beggars 20 naira or 15 naira isn't pity. It is Ubuntu, which means I am because we are. Therefore, criminalizing begging would mean shredding our social fabric and weakening our community bonds. We must also remember that a problem out of sight is not a problem solved. When Egypt criminalized begging, poverty didn't vanish, it just hid. Tourists, of course, saw cleaner streets, but slums exploded with misery. Now we are more focused on having more aesthetically pleasing streets, while our people suffer behind the scenes. Even as these beggars are seen all over Nigeria, the government has done nothing tangible to better their situation. Now imagine how much worse it to get if they are pushed into the shadows, unseen by not only the government but those too that could offer them help. Remember that out of sight is out of mind. We must also consider chance meetings. People have been known to meet those that they would have ordinarily had the opportunity to meet in their entire lives due to street begging. The story was told of Alfred Adima. His life was transformed from being a street beggar to becoming a successful farmer due to a chance meeting with vice versa global international mentorship programs whilst he was begging on the streets. Let's also recall the story of the blind Bartimaeus that was told in the Bible. His life was transformed forever after he met Jesus whilst begging on the streets. This would have not been possible if he was hidden and suffering. Begging is also a means of protest that portrays the failure of the government to meet up the needs of the people. Criminalizing begging will be viewed as another feeble attempt of the government to cover up our inadequacies, but this time at the expense of the poor. Let's now even assume that criminalizing begging is made legal in Nigeria. Where will we put them? Our correctional facilities are grossly underfunded, overcrowded, and inadequate. Now, should we be investing more money building prisons? Why not schools or acquisitional centers? Lucky Dube said in one of his songs, and I quote, "They don't build no schools no more, just prisons, prisons, prisons." That's too bad. Also, begging exposes our true economic reality, thereby attracting foreign aids. In 2024 alone, Nigeria received $7.8 billion from USA to fund education, healthcare, and security. This aid was made available to us due to the visible portent of the economy that was portrayed through begging, amongst other needs. Also, it is laughable to believe that begging would solve the Amajiri problem. It would just push 10 million children into hidden, riskier exploitations. Now, we don't know whether we are pushing them into the dens of kidnappers, whether we are pushing them into the hands of child traffickers, whether we are putting them into the hands of child laborers. We don't know. All we want is them off our streets. Now, we haven't even provided these beggars with better alternatives, yet we want them off our streets. That is nothing short of cruelty. Ladies and gentlemen, I believe that with these points I've stated, I've been able to convince you that begging should not be criminalized in Nigerian cities. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Brilliant opening by these two brilliant minds. That was Tayo Akinwande, Marvellous, 15-year-old SS2 student of Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt. And before her, you'd heard another brilliant 15-year-old, Naomi Chalokwu of United Senior High School, Lagos, an SS3 student there. We'll go on a break.
Yes.
When we come back,
I'd like to just let the contestants know that your next segment of the competition, you must remember to rebut all of your opponent's points. It is very important. If you do not rebut all of those points and then make new points, it will be null and void.
They will not count.
Yes.
Okay? Rebut everything first before making
Extra
new
points. Yes. We'll be right back.
Obiwizi, Nigeria's trusted name in affordable tech and gadget tradings. From Lagos to Abuja, from students to CEO, is your guy for quality tech devices, brand new and pre-owned, UK used. Got a phone or laptop? Bring it in and walk out with an upgrade, a cashback, or both. Whether you shop in-store or online at obiwizi.com. That is obiwizi.com. You are guaranteed value, warranty, and a customer-first experience. Obiwizi offers affordable tech, trusted service. Because with gadgets, Obiwizi is your guy. Follow on socials, on Instagram at Obiwizi Backup Page, on TikTok at Obiwizi. Happy shopping!
Welcome back. This is the 7th debate on the 4th day of the first round of the national finals of I Beg to Differ Students Tournament. Special thanks to everybody who's made it work thus far. Obiwizi, our gadget plug, to Ejanla, our source of refreshment and energizing food for all the contestants. Diamonds and Pearls, our travel partner, and of course Chrisland Schools, our host institution, taking care of these kids while here in Lagos.
Yeah. So we're going to revert to the opposing side. You're going to start. Tayo, are you ready? Your 4 minutes, Tayo, starts now.
I'm Tayo Akinwande Marvellous, and I'm here to rebut some of the points made by my opponents. First of all, you talked about compassion. Do you know that these beggars are not armed? They do not carry around guns and knives. They are simply pleading for your help, and it is in your case to help them now or not. You know that we may say that they are emotionally blackmailing us. You are in control of your emotions. They are not forcing you to give to them. They beg you. You can either walk away or help them. You also said that there are some laws that criminalize begging. I mentioned before, and I'll mention it again, that Amnesty International warns that laws that criminalize poverty violate human dignity. That truly means that some laws need to be overruled. Because these people, they are truly in poor situations, and we are criminalizing them without offering them any better alternatives. Also, you talked about exploitation and how they could easily be exploited. This means we should beam our searchlight on the exploiters, not the exploited. These beggars are mere victims. Why would we then leave the people that are exploiting them, leave the people that are trafficking them, and then focus on the ones that are just at the receiving end of all this? That is just cruelty. You said that in other countries there have been some laws that criminalize begging. What works in other countries may not work for us. And I bet you that if me or and I go to UA today, we will see meet beggars on their streets. Andre Serrano, according to the Guardian newspaper, was so shocked when he found beggars on the streets of a city like New York. That shows that even the countries that we exalt as developed and civilized still have beggars on their streets. This is because the human existence revolves around inequality, and our success rates can never ever be equal. You also talked about public health and how these beggars are always in poor state of health and all that. That is just enough reason for the government to see them and help them. Nobody, trust me, nobody that has a better alternative will want to sit on the road and be begging under the rain, under the sun. For you to see their conditions like that, it means that truly they are in desperate situations, and it is up to the government now to help them and not criminalize it. You said that begging encourages laziness. You, my opponents, have have made emphasis on how these beggars live in poor situations. I bet you that nobody with a better alternative will want to find themselves in such situations. Are you telling me that someone that has a job that pays them well every month will sit on the street and beg? Are you telling me that someone that has a well-funded schools with good and qualified teachers that impact them daily with knowledge will be running around people with bowls on the streets? That's simply not logical. You also said that they've been exploited. Like I said before, does jailing a woman and her children stop the begging? No. It's just like fighting beggars by criminalizing the ones that are being exploited. That is not actually applicable to common sense. It debases Nigeria's image. If truly it had been well with us economically, we'll have no beggars on these streets. This shows that Nigeria, our image, has not even started building up. It shows that truly we have a lot of work to do as a developing country. You talked about foreign investors being embarrassed by beggars. Do you know that many of these beggars are the reasons that we have so many of these foreign aids that we have today? They don't give Nigeria these aids because they like our faces or because they are best friends with our president. No, it's because that they've seen that we need this help. Help is given to those that need help. They've seen the beggars, they've seen the poor state of our country, they've seen the poor state of our economy, and so they've decided to help us. Just in a way, these beggars can just be cutting up the lifeline. You also talked about corruption. And, you said that beggars are now used as decoys for kidnappers and all that. This is why security operatives have their work cut out for them. You can't cure a headache by cutting off the head. If the security operatives are doing their job smartly and effectively, we'll be able to curb the problem of begging and it will take care of itself. You said that criminalizing begging could also be a means of restoring the dignity. No dignity of any man in Nigeria will be restored if we still have bad government, if corruption is still prevalent in Nigeria. We allocate only less than 1% of our annual budget to all this. Thank you.
All right. Well done. That's Tayo Akinwande, Marvellous, of Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt, SS2 student there. We will now go over to her opponent, Naomi Chalokwu. Are you ready, Naomi?
Your 4 minutes. Hold on, darling. Your 4 minutes. Just give me a second. Your 4 minutes starts now.
My name is Chalokwu Naomi from Nigerian High School, and I am back to refute my opponent's points. My opponent mentioned that criminalizing begging is wickedness, and she also stated that Section 34(1) of the 1999 Constitution violates constitutional freedom and violates the constitutional freedom and human dignity. I would like to have you know that criminalizing begging is not wickedness. It is sympathy governed by order. It is governed by order and sympathy led by wisdom. I am delighted to hear my opponent mention that the Nigerian Constitution allows for human dignity. How dignifying and horrible is street begging? Can my opponent tell me that in her conscience of conscience that she dignifies and honors street beggars? No Nigerian respects street beggars because these are individuals who are poor and are on the roadside. They are scattered in all Nigerian cities. No Nigerian will respect them because they are poor. And also you mentioned that it's a means of protest. Begging is not a means of protest. Have you forgotten what protest is? Protest is people coming together for their voice to be heard and their problem being solved. Beggars are scattered. They are not coming together as one. They are scattered in all corners of Nigeria, contributing to poor public hygiene, and also they perpetrate other criminal activities. And then he said that begging isn't robbery. Beggars are used as syndicates. Begging is used to perpetrate other criminal activities like ritual practices, child trafficking and kidnapping. Should we allow innocent looking children to be used as means to make money for others? Begging mafias have been reported in major cities like Lagos and Abuja, where beggars are abused, trafficked and used to make money for others. We should pity these innocent children and not use them to make money for others through begging. Also, you mentioned that begging is a chance of meeting. There are other ways of meeting people. You can go online and search for them. That is why we have the social media. It can help us to get to meet people that we don't know. We can search for their names on Facebook, TikTok, Twitter and other social media apps, then you said that begging exposes our true economic reality. Poor individuals will still be among us because there is no way you can't. Our true economic reality is not covered by its begging. Does not cover our true economic reality. Our true economic reality is we don't. Begging does not expose our true economic reality. Other countries like the UAE, Singapore, and Dubai still have beggars, but because they have been able to provide alternative support systems to clear them off the street. Also, he said community solidarity, that the government has done nothing to. You said that the government has done nothing to protect these beggars. That's, you said, skill acquisition centers. There are free vocational training centers that the government have established to help the poor people. You can go there for free training so that you can get the knowledge you need and start up your own business in order to earn money and fend for yourself. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
And so the second round of this debate ends between Naomi and Tayo. Naomi Chalokwu is an SS3 student of United Senior High School, Lagos. And Tayo herself, 15, is an SS2 student of Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt.
Yes, of course. Our next round, of course, is the closing arguments. We'll take a very quick break and take a message from our sponsors. When we return, well, our contestants will be waxing really lyrical.
Certainly.
Hungry for that real Nigerian flavor? Step into Ejala Foods, where every bite tastes like home. From fresh sizzling seafood to hearty soups, from smoky jollof rice to mouth-watering swallow and sides, we serve it fresh, we serve it local, and we serve it delicious. We're cooking for you every day at 45B Sus Crescent, Abacha Estate, Wuse Zone 4, Abuja. 37 Bode Thomas Street, Surulere, opposite Access Bank. Number 40 Fola Osibo Road, Lekki Phase 1. Follow the taste on Instagram at ejala.ng. Ejala Foods, your taste buds will thank you.
Welcome back. Special thanks to our sponsors and partners, Ejala Foods, Obi Weezy, Diamonds and Pearls, our travel partners, Chrisland Schools, our host institution. This is I Beg to Differ Students Debate, the national finals, the tournament of champions. Today is the last day of the first round of debates. This is the 7th, and the 8th will follow in just a bit. Before that, though, we have closing remarks for these two brilliant minds. Also be reminded, we are streaming live on Facebook and YouTube. Go there, join the conversation, and vote for your preferred debater at this time.
All right, it's time for the closing arguments. We're going back to the motion supporter, Naomi Chalokwu. Are you ready?
Yes.
This time you both have 3 minutes. Naomi, your 3 minutes starts now.
As we strive to build a brighter future for Nigeria, it is time to ask ourselves, can we afford to let begging continue to plague our cities? The answer is no. Ladies and gentlemen, this motion, begging should be criminalized in Nigerian cities, is not just a call to action, but a necessary step towards creating a more prosperous, secure, and dignified society for all. This is not just a matter of policy, it's a moral imperative. We owe it to ourselves, to our children, and to our future generations to create a society that values dignity, self-reliance, and promotes the well-being of all its citizens. Let us consider the benefits of criminalizing begging. We can reduce crime, exploitation, and enhance human dignity. We can create a more orderly and attractive urban environment that promotes economic growth and development. Let us show it to the world that we are committed to building a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Let us not forget that begging is not just a nuisance. It's a symptom of deeper societal issues. It's a security threat, a public nuisance, and a sign of systemic failure. By criminalizing begging, we are not punishing the poor. We are protecting them from exploitation. We are encouraging societal reform, and we are preserving the dignity of our urban spaces. Criminalizing begging in Nigerian cities is not wickedness. It is compassion governed by order and sympathy led by wisdom. If we truly want to help the poor, we should not throw coin at them and look away. We should create policies that restore their dignity. We should not let our cities be overtaken by chaos under the excuse of charity. Let us remember, true compassion is not handing a coin to a beggar, but building a system that ensures they never have to beg again. Let us keep our cities safe, human, and organized by criminalizing begging. Let us criminalize begging not to punish the poor, but to uplift them from the street to the workforce, from hopelessness to dignity, and from despair to responsibility. Louis Blanc once said, and I quote, "The best way to take care of the poor is to take them out of poverty." Nelson Mandela philosophy says that a society that values dignity and self-reliance must take both steps to eliminate poverty. By working together, we can create a more prosperous, secure, and just society for all. So, I urge you all to join me in supporting this motion and in calling for an end to begging in Nigerian cities. Together, we can create a better future for ourselves and for generations to come. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Naomi.
And now there is one last duty to be performed, and it is Tayo Akinwande Marvellous, 15-year-old Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt. It's time for your closing argument.
Tayo, your 3 minutes starts now.
I'd like to re-emphasize that you can't cure a headache by cutting off the head. Begging, you must agree with me, is not a dignified venture. For anybody willing, male or female, young or old, willing to engage in such acts, it means that they are truly in desperate situations. Criminalizing begging in Nigeria today would mean punishing the victims while ignoring the vices that push them into begging. While we're considering criminalizing begging, have we bothered to take a pause and ask the question, why are there beggars in the first place? Well, let me save you the stress and answer that. They exist and in large numbers too, because the Nigerian society has failed them woefully. They've gone around with degrees and qualifications, but they were unable to find jobs. They were sent to underfunded schools, so they left. They've lost their homes to flooding and other natural disasters. They've lost their loved ones and the breadwinners of their families to insecurity. Just on Tuesday here, the Vanguard newspaper read that there are still about 22 active terror groups terrorizing Nigeria and threatening our safety. Look at that. Take care of all these problems and begging will take care of itself. There will be no beggars on our streets when we outlaw harmful cultural practices like chasing away women and their children at the demise of their husbands and calling them witches. There will be no beggars on our streets when security operatives start doing their jobs smartly and effectively. There will be no beggars when the skills of young ones are developed in well-funded schools. There will be no beggars, I say, when we take care of the cankerworm of corruption in Nigeria. The issue of Nigeria criminalizing begging is like one whose house is on fire and is more focused on catching a rat. Our problem in Nigeria isn't begging, it's corruption. It is only corruption that can make an entire nation to allocate only less than 1% of our annual budget to poverty alleviation schemes. 134 billion naira to poverty alleviation schemes. Meanwhile, in the same country that we are crying no money, lawmakers receive 500 billion naira in allowances. And when we allocate this little money, we are not even still confident that it is going to get to the target audience, because corrupt government officials will still loot from it, distributing to friends, family, and close associates, while neglecting the real beneficiaries. The much noise cash transfers to the poorest of the poor, despite targeting 15 million households, reached only 1.5 million households at the end of 2023. This is according to reports. I'm yet to see my neighbors that benefited from that scheme. You see, the Nigerian government doesn't have a problem with putting into place these schemes. They've put into place many, but along the line, they get carried away by God knows what, and then abandon them halfway. Schools are not being built anymore. The ones that are being built are abandoned to rot away. Examples are the model primary schools that were built during former governor of Rivers State, Honorable Chibike Rotimi Amechi's time, from 2007 to 2015. None of those schools are functioning optimally today. As we speak, their structures have been dilapidated, overcome by weeds and rodents, and their teachers unaccounted for. We've seen that criminalizing begging in Nigeria is just a mirage. It is not actualizable, neither is it achievable. Just on Tuesday here, protesting pensioners stopped flight activities at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport at Lagos. Why? Because their meager pensions were not being paid. During the protest, one of them said, thank you.
All right. Always try to land. Thank you very much. Always try to land. And so the debate is over. It's now in the hands of the judges. Our judges are Judge Chiking Badiche, Judge Ikechi, of course there's Judge Ufoma and Judge Majid. In a while you'll find out how these judges have determined these first debates of the day between Naomi and Tayo. Also, we'll hear from Diction Coach and George Yvonne. Are you ready, Yvonne? So we might as well give you the microphone.
Thank you, Femi. Well done, ladies. Well done. I'll start with you, Marvellous. You say prevalent, not prevalent. Yes, prevail and prevalent sound alike, but prevail has a different meaning from prevalent, okay? So that's why you shouldn't say prevalent. Prevalent is a separate word from prevalent. There's no such word as prevalent, okay? You say prevalent. You also say headache, not headache. Headache, darling, headache. You say natural, not natural. Natural, okay? Natural. And it is I have yet to see, not I am yet to see. Because I have yet to see says I have not, means I have not seen. But you cannot say I am not seen, because that's a different, it then implies a different meaning. Okay, so you say I have yet to see. That is the standard way to say that. You also say either aesthetically pleasing or aesthetically pleasing, but not aesthetically pleasing. It's not aesthetics. It is aesthetics or aesthetics, okay? Choose one of both to use. You say develop, not develop. Develop, okay? Develop, not develop. 20% of Nigeria's population lives in poverty. Lovely. You go on to say in the rain or in the sun, not under the rain. I know the NYSC anthem sings under the sun, okay? But you say in the rain or in the sun, okay? That's the standard usage of, that's how you use that expression. In the rain, in the sun, not under the rain, and definitely not under the sun. And to you, Naomi, well done, darling. But at every corner, not at every corners. Every implies each. Every person. Each person. You don't say every person's, because every has the implication of one. So you say every corner, okay, of society. You say there's a difference between human and humane. Human is the quality of being a human being. Humane, which is what you meant, refers to compassion. Okay? The compassionate thing to do. The humane thing to do. Humane is spelled with an E after human. Humane. But human is different. You also say plague, not plague. To plague, okay? Not plague. You say where the government is determined to stop, not determined in stopping. You determine to do something, not determine in something, okay? You determine to do something, all right? Please pay attention to the rule of subject verb agreement. It's still something that we saw recurring, that we see happening again, okay? So pay attention to the rule of subject verb agreement. It is theft, not theft, okay? And try to enunciate the H in horrible. Horrible, not horrible, okay? Well done, lady and lady. Well done, ladies. Over to you, gentleman and lady.
Thank you very much, Yvonne. So the decision has been made. The one task we have left is to share that decision with you. In a moment, you will know who has won this debate. Remember, the winner qualifies automatically to the next round. The loser will wait to see if they get a wild card. We'll be back.
More conversation, more talk, more right after this.
In the kitchen game, there are players and then Agba Ballers, MVP, Player of the Year, 10-0, no rival. Become an Agba Baller with the new improved Maggi chicken flavor, made with a flavorful formation of onions, celery, turmeric to bring out your top game in the kitchen. Elevate the taste of your everyday dishes with delicious rich chicken flavor. Oh yeah, let's go.
New Maggi chicken flavor, my game changer.
Little body, big moves. Little brain, big learning. Your little child is eager to do big things. Every sachet of Cerelac Junior comes with the nutrition they need: natural grains, protein, and iron to support their physical growth, learning, and development. So you can fully enjoy your little one's big moments of growth.
Hey, yeah, now Rabi, with your Rabi, my teeth strong, my mouth is fresh, he clean well, oh, now Oral-B. Strong teeth Oral-B, fresh bread Oral-B, 24/7 with Oral-B. Strong teeth Oral-B.
Give on our teeth 24 hours protection. Use Oral-B today. Na Nigerian Dental Association. Tanda Gidigba with Oral-B.
Okay, let's do some value jet math. Take one dependable airline with a reputation for reliability. Add two exciting West African destinations, Accra and Banjul. Multiply by countless cultural experiences and breathtaking views. Divide by the consistent service ValueJet is known for. And what's your answer? The right formula for your next trip.
ValueJet connects you to West Africa with new routes to Accra and Banjul. Whether it's a business trip, bagging a degree, or a dream vacation, ValueJet will take you there. Book your journey on www.flyvaluejet.com.
ValueJet, wings for everyone.
I'm in love, Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Hey, rewards to the land! When I buy airtime and data on any network,
I get up to 10% cash back.
I pay my NEPA, DSTV, or StarTimes and call
3% cash back.
Now so, smart cash back, don't get reloaded.
And they load my wallet.
Hey, it's the Smart Cash Cashback Reloaded. Top up airtime or data on any network and get up to 10% cashback, or pay your electricity or cable TV bill and get 3% cashback sharply. Only on Smart Cash. No dull yourself. Download the Smart Cash app or dial *939# to start today.
Terms and conditions, Deja.
See, everybody with him own wahala. Every day comes with its own version of challenges, and you have to be ready to face them, because only then can you move on to the next. That's why I never miss my breakfast. Scratch that. My peak breakfast, with the nutrients and energy I need to face each day, one challenge at a time.
Every day is a good day to power on with a peak breakfast. Have you had your peak? Reach for your peak.
No be party jollof this thing.
I beg, make nothing hungry you again today.
I am pregnant where every day follow talk so.
Neighbor, I beg,
neighbor, just one spoon.
No wahala.
Chef, what be your secret?
Now, Mr. Chef seasoning powder. Mr. Chef seasoning powder. Get spicy stew, goat meat, fried rice, and roasted beef from great aroma to great taste.
Elevate every meal with Mr. Chef seasoning powder. Chef.
What you're about to taste is so hot, it's got basket mouth singing.
Mini Niger pepper flavor. Yeah. Mini Niger pepper flavor. Chris. Heat.
Mini pepper. Niger flavor.
Nothing brings the heat like the bold taste of Mini-Me Noodles Naija Pepper Flavor. Try it today and see for yourself. Mini-Me Noodles Naija Pepper Flavor. Slurp it like it's hot.
99.3 Nigeria Info, your number one station.
99.3 Nigeria Info, working to bring you up to speed on today's events.
How do we get everybody on board? How do we convince people that COVID is real, that COVID is not a scam?
We have prominent Nigerians that have died from this COVID, and government has come out to say, yeah, that individual died from COVID. So why are people not believing that? Why would we lie?
When you just eat Gary a lot without adding other things, you can have problems with the eyes, especially when Gary isn't properly processed.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Welcome back. At long last, it is decision time. Time for the results of the debate you just heard. In the presentation round, Judge Ikechi scored it 10 to 9.5. For Tayo. Judge Majid scores it 10 to 9.5 for Naomi. Judges Ufoma and Chike score it 10-9, 10-9. Both for Naomi. Naomi leads 39.5 to Tayo's 37.5. We come now to the second round. George Ikechi scores it 10-8. Judge Majid scores it 10-9. Judge Ufoma scores it 10-7, as does Chief Judge Chike 10-7. All for Tayo. It's 40 to 31 in the second round. Bringing us to the closing round. Judges Ikechi, Majid, and Ufoma all score it as 10-9. 10-9, 10-9, 10-9. And Chief Judge Chike scores it 10 to 8.5. Diction scoring is 10-7 for Tayo. And the closing scoring is for your winner. By unanimous decision. Congratulations to you, Tayo Akinwande, Marvellous of Air Force Secondary School, Port Harcourt. It's 127.5 points to 113. Well done. Well done. Brilliant.
We can see the rejoicing on screen. If you're watching live, you can see the Port Harcourt crew dancing all the way.
Our live stream is a telecast, to be honest with you,
I know.
with roving cameras, so you can see the reaction. Go to Nigeria Info on YouTube and on Facebook, or go to our mobile apps. Just follow the Facebook and YouTube live streams.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun.
You can't afford to miss any of the action, because if you close your eyes in a second, you'd miss something.
Congratulations to you, Tayo. How do you feel?
I feel great, sir.
But I'm happy for you. You think you still got more in your belly?
Yes.
We'll see how you bring more going forward. Naomi, do you feel you could have done more? Could you speak into the mic? Probably. I thought you had a weak rebuttal. I don't know what happened. I think your rebuttal was quite weak.
Yeah.
And because your rebuttal was weak, you may have noticed that on the scale, you won the first round, but the rebuttal was downletting, and so you needed a very strong finish, and then hope that your opponent does not come as strong. But that was not to be. Well done. It's not over. You may still win the wild card, and if you do, take these things to heart if you come back.
Like the streets say it, come correct.
Most certainly.
All right, we'll take a break. For those of you who are watching on our live stream, this live stream will end. We'll start another one when we have the next debaters in the studio. Stay with us.
The vision at Christian schools is to be at the forefront in the private education sector and to nurture the children to become all they can be through quality all-round education from kindergarten to tertiary levels has been fulfilled as Christian Schools Limited has
99.3 Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99